And we're back, week 18 of Wrestling in Mom's Basement. We're continuing with the news portion of our week. Joe, you're about to talk about two SmackDown stars being sent home from the European tour.
Rumor one of the story. We're going all script. According to New Day rumors, two of the WWE SmackDown Live superstars were sent home from the ongoing WWE European tour. As of this report, as I know, there has been any official suspension or punishment given out from the two stars. However, the two superstars who were sent home have both been a prominent part of SmackDown Live over the past several weeks. Here are the latest details on what went down and who could be in hot war with Mr. McMahon backstage ahead of the big Star Series 2017 pay-per-view. Dun dun. According to reporters for Illustrated, top lady heel superstars, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, were apparently sent home due to go old script during the show. The two stars were part of the SmackDown Live tape in Manchester, England. But reports indicate they are now back in the United States. Lucky, they get to rest. While the rest of the Blue Brand will continue with the European tour. As for what was what, Zayn and Owens did wrong is being labeled as conduct deemed detrimental to the WWE. SI Sports Illustrated goes on to say that Zayn and Owens were doing the business for themselves, doing their own camera work on this case of the SmackDown Live episode. Ladies and gentlemen, SmackDown Live in England featured a good segment, which I'll share in New Day. After some conversation between the four stars in the ring, they were with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. He'll do a trash talk Shane and New Day in the segment, as they once again brought up Shane's daddy issues. They also called New Day a bunch of puppets, and Owens said he refused to dance to earn Shane's favor. All that led to Shane booking Sami Zayn versus Kofi Kingston for an open match, because they ended up winning the match in just under 7 minutes. But he didn't surprise crossbody, not moonsault, on Zayn for the pinfall. No correction, repin. And I had to rewrite these articles. And to the loss I
didn't break for them.
Well, these two articles. Alright, that's still a mistake. Crossbody moonsault on the side. But how did I spell serious article? And to the loss by Zayn, there was
You did spell it correctly, you just forgot to capitalize.
Oh, that's irritating. And if you know, like even when I text, I write like 50 seconds. And also Zayn, there was no further involvement in SmackDown Live, either by Zayn or Owens. However, it was thus the two competing matches 2 minutes from the New Day on next week's episode of the show. While that match is scheduled for next week's show, Kevin and Sami Zayn aren't part of the Survivor Series 2017 match card yet. Both teams will show qualifying matches. We're in to get the spots on Team SmackDown. As far as what went down to cause Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens to be sent home, once some backstage reports from most fans have no idea what exactly these two did to get sent back to the States. Actually, this was an update on Wednesday when this news first came out from Commercial Sheet on their side of the story. It was said that Zayn and Owens were sent home because they ran against a creative directive. This time before SmackDown, Owens and Zayn were supposed to let the New Day fight them off after the Sami Zayn Kofi Kingston match. However, instead of sticking around the ring and attacking the Day, Zayn and Owens left the ring, so they couldn't get chased off by New Day. They did.
Yeah.
Or Owens did.
Yeah.
At least.
Sammy sort of rolled out of the ring because he just lost the match.
Right.
Yeah, this... I think just because they're off the tour, and maybe there was something that happened backstage. I'm not saying they didn't. But for some reason, there seems to be a lot of rumors that don't add up to me. Especially from what I saw and what everyone's saying.
Yeah.
There's even crazy ones like there was some sort of incident on the bus with Kevin Owens.
Which I'm guessing is this headline, which I'm about to get to in another 2 stories.
Yeah.
Like thing.
It just seems like the wrestling internet rumors are just running rampant.
And these aren't like from fans or Twitters. These are like legit sources.
Yeah.
And all of them match up even.
Usually, anyway, in my opinion, you can actually trust what Pro Wrestling Sheet says.
Yeah.
But it's just something that doesn't add up to me.
Right.
That's all.
Now, Pro Wrestling Sheet were the ones that set up the New Day after the match.
Yeah.
There are other stories on this in a minute, but to take a break for not confuse the story. Another major title change is coming before WWE Survivor Series.
Okay.
Heading to the Survivor Series, the hours that may decide makes a new change in the same card. On roll, Cesaro Shay's defeat the Amber several else become tag champions. The WWE Universe wasn't prepared for that. But then AJ Styles defeated Jinder Mahal to win the WWE title on SmackDown Live. As a result, Cesaro and Sheamus about Usos, AJ Styles will fight Brock Lesnar, and the Shield will reform for a big match at the New Day Survivor Series. It's a crazy week for WWE television, but it seems there may be even more big changes coming in before Survivor Series. One of the interesting dynamics headed to the event is the heel versus heel matches on the card.
Yes.
The Miz and Baron Corbin instead of face-off, but that leaves the WWE Universe question who they should cheer for in that situation. The same can be said for Cesaro and Sheamus versus the Usos. I don't know, I can't tell you how many people are not saying that the Usos are in the middle of a face turn, I think.
Yeah.
And Gable and Shawn are in the middle of a heel turn. Clearly. And Alexa Bliss versus Natalya. Now Natalya has a title match with Charlotte Flair next week on SmackDown. Is it important that Charlotte is decided to capture the SmackDown Women's title from Natalya next week and will face Alexa Bliss at Survivor Series? Meanwhile, Natalya will take Charlotte's spot during the women's traditional elimination match on the card. The WWE Universe will be surprised to see no big title change for the pay-per-view, but there are many logical reasons why Charlotte Flair is winning the title. A lot of people will expect WWE officials to wait until the Starrcade event later this month. To have a title change, hands to Charlotte because Ric Flair will be in attendance. However, WWE officials are looking to capitalize on the recent media attention of the 30 for 30 documentary on that ESPN just released on program this week. Also, the powers that be like the Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte Flair matchup much more than the Bliss versus Natalya. Especially since that will be a heel versus heel matchup that can be confusing for fans. Another reason is WWE officials want to keep Charlotte away from Asuka until the two can develop their own feud down the line. The ever since tomorrow is expected to dominate the Raw versus SmackDown Women's match, so WWE versus the Women's Share Ring or Air Echo until the time is right. A lot of fans may not like Charlotte's rushed title win.
Rushed. You realize she should have won it the SmackDown she debuted on.
But it's easily the best choice for everyone involved.
Yeah, I agree with it. Natty, yeah, I like her getting the opportunity. I did like it, but ever since Charlotte was drafted to SmackDown on the first episode, that technically should have been Charlotte's the whole time. It's amazing Natty even had the belt, but still, it's Charlotte's. Everyone's expecting it. Everyone's literally marking their calendars until when.
I don't mark calendars.
Oh, is she going to be Naomi's SummerSlam opponent? No, it ended up being Natalya. Oh, is she going to get the first Money in the Bank, and then cash it in at SummerSlam and a one-on-one match there? A planned one-on-one match there. That didn't happen.
No.
She spent the longest time with the welcoming committee. Yeah, I know you guys already forgot about them. So yeah, it literally should have been Charlotte's since the first SmackDown.
Since day one, it is H.
Since day one,
is H.
Is H.
Oh.
Yeah, you're wearing a Uso shirt, like I'm wearing my Kingslayer shirt.
Oh, the match that we were supposed to guess.
What if that's the thumbnail clip of us going like this?
Have you seen the thumbnails of this?
Yeah, it honestly wouldn't be half bad compared to the other ones.
Have you seen this?
Where I'm like,
have you seen this week's alone?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Kevin Owens of all the backstage incident before we sat home. There we go. Here's this. The source is now. It's being reported that both Kevin Owens and saying they have been reprimanded and were sent home from the rest of the European tour. The reason why is the two-man went on script for this week's edition sent online with Zayn also actually going to say, according to this source, apparently Owens and Zayn were meant to feed for the New Day. So they're supposed to take them out to dinner. But they left to the ring without following their creative instructions from the segment. The officials are calling their actions conduct being detrimental to the WWE. Oh, that's what the officials are called it. What the fuck does that mean? Excuse my language. There's not that much information revealed in the situation, but the powers that he felt that was necessary to send Owens the same home for a European tour, and the WWE Universe has questions about their status. It's now coming to light that Owens made the situation worse, and they're installed WWE's tour bus. A new report is claiming that Kevin Owens was being too loud on the bus and just sat at live taping, which was the final straw for a few pussies who are remaining nameless. Few individuals. All the people who were on the bus had described this as minor. Owens just needed to vent for a few minutes. After that got back to the officials, their hand was forced, and Owens and Zayn were then sent home for their actions. This all made no sense because clearly Sammy was sent home too, but Owens was the one involved. But
Yeah, Owens was the one on the bus.
As it destroyed, Owens seems to not scheduled on structures, but the report the roles will be examined for Shane Bay Stephen Cole signed on line to mention this whole special elimination match. It's unclear how hard pounds will be punched down, but the expectation is that both men will be back on television next week in the United States. After long days on European tours, understandable why someone like Kevin Owens would need to vent about a situation. It's also understandable some personnel will take this so seriously in the long days on tour. The WWE locker room is a chaos during the past month. Tempers are mostly a bit higher than usual. Hopefully this won't impact Owens' booking, and things will be fine when the European tours are over.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't impact their booking either.
They did a week off. Who the hell's going on?
Yeah, they're not on their week off.
Yeah, they are. They're awful.
No, they're still on tour.
Yeah, I know, but
We're on Friday when they're in Italy, going by what SmackDown said.
yeah, but Owens and Sammy are off, so they're off. Like,
Yeah.
these 2 week European tours are a mess.
Yeah, they get pretty dicey.
Yeah.
They either make more injuries, like Seth Rollins, for instance.
Yeah.
You have the plane ride from hell, which is really all. I believe that was off the European tour.
Yeah, I lost in 2002. And they have 2 of these tours a year.
Yeah.
One after Mania and one before Star Series.
Yeah, there always seems to be someone, at least one person getting
Thrown off or injured.
thrown off the tour bus,
Injured.
and Enzo on the tour bus.
Right. I figured I was there too, back in the spring.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So, yeah, the European tours, I know they got a lot of very faithful European fans, but they always seem
So
to
do
go
we.
through, they always seem to go through, the roster always seems to go through something.
Well, we promise to your European fans.
There was that one time where they literally couldn't get home from Europe because of the volcano.
Oh, yeah. Mickey got released that same year in Europe while the volcanoes go on in Iceland.
Yeah. There's always seems to be something that goes wrong on the European tour for the roster.
Right.
And you here, I'll show you again. I'll put it in front of the camera so no one sees it. That.
Oh, I was doing the whole. Alright. And we're back. Lots happened on SmackDown.
There's no way we're gonna edit that. So you
yeah.
literally just saw my hand in front of my face.
That's gonna end up being a screenshot for Mark.
Yes.
New gimmick for SmackDown Live stars ended by WWE. And in WWE, sometimes new gimmicks catch on fans that help relaunch new stars. Other times those gimmicks are flops. With the universe and need to act quickly. According to the New Day rumors, that may be the case of one tag team that recently was repackaged on the SmackDown Live. Here's the latest on why it's been speculated their new gimmick has already been canned. According to the report via DQ, the Bludgeon Brothers, by the way, thank you to DQ for following us on Twitter.
Yes.
The team of Luke Harper and Eric Rowan recently reemerged under the new tag team name and gimmick, which involved them carrying rival large hammers around and smashing them down the woods. It sounds a lot more cartoony. Even more.
It's creepier than it sounds.
Yeah. Even more involved more speaking from both of the 4 White Hound members. And seems to be leading up to the first feud with Tyler Breeze and Fandango, aka Brizongo. The duo of Harper and Rowan on an ongoing European tour. They didn't get sent home yet. However, when a team recently made their entrance at a live event, fans in attendance didn't see them in their new Bludgeon Brothers garb. Instead, fan tweeted photo shows they came to the ring in their Wi-Fi with clothing using Luke Harper's entrance. This has led to some believe that their new tag team gimmick may have been abruptly ended. It could just be the case WWE was going to fans in Leeds, England, look at the former Wi-Fi members instead of newer distance. Since they is in Europe or not can result in the States, it's possible they could have fans that the stars that they used to see. On the other hand, it's possible that they decided to give them someone who was working for Vince McMahon to describe it. It would be strange. And it's the case of the duo just recently appearing on Tuesday, and then and storyline sort of linger on SmackDown Live. They were recently revealed in a clue on Brazilian's Fashion Hall segment to be their possible attackers. And Crystal Lee is also a feud about maybe Harper and Rowan rather than the Bludgeon Brothers take on Breeze and Fandango on the card. Do you think it's a good idea to get rid of the gimmick of Harper and Rowan?
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna even say that they're getting rid of it, because technically they may just have them wrestle in there, just to like, hey, maybe you don't know the Bludgeon Brothers in this new gear, but
just
hey,
get them back on.
You remember Rowan and Harper? Yeah, that's my overall idea.
Also on SmackDown, a SmackDown superstar may be leaving WWE soon. And the WWE rumors hold on Power SmackDown Live Super. And the WWE rumors hold on Power SmackDown Live Superstar may be leaving WWE soon. They say this week saw a lot happen on the brand, including a major title change between Jinder and AJ. The show also featured 2 superstars who were repeatedly sent home for their all-script on their segment. And that was enough. James Ellsworth lost to women's superstar Becky Lynch, and then was attacked by his boo, Carmella, in her match. The man who made no
chin for Carmella, even a kick to the face.
The man who made no chin music famous once again was involved in Balor's sexist match. That's all segment. As part of the late SmackDown Live in England, Lynch was able to pick up the win with the rest of the Blue Brand's women's superstars lost from ringside. And insult to injury, Ellsworth was attacked by the Princess of Staten Island after the match before she left the ring. According to Sportskeeda, Ellsworth may soon be done with the company based on stuff in Wrestle Observer's Day must have said recently. So the rumor you heard on Instagram earlier tonight, it has backup. Meltzer, who gets insight from a lot of extra strength, believes the post-match angle where Carmella attacked Ellsworth was to officially disband the couple. Ellsworth first rose to fame as one of the squash players that Braun Strowman easily manhandled in the fatal role. Before he lost, Ellsworth gave his aim man with 2 hands as a fight chance boost, which inspired non-wrestlers that were considered a possibility they too could join WWE and get smashed in their mat by Braun.
However, it was completely demoralizing to men with just one arm.
Right. He also played a part in the biggest storyline on WWE SmackDown Live between Dean Ambrose and AJ Styles. I remember one real quick, the jobber that said he likes big sway men.
Yes. And there was this one jobber who was like, well, if I beat him, I get $500.
Yes. Ellsworth defeated AJ multiple times when he was holding the WWE Championship. Mostly thanks to the help of AJ's rival at the time, Dean Ambrose. Ellsworth rolls out 2 SmackDown Legends stars who was like grabbing hold of Braun Strowman's leg, so he would be carrying out 14 roll. In addition to all that, he had a brief appearance this year's Royal Rumble match. He got eliminated by Braun. Hell, Carmella just got choked like on a robot. It was just slow motion.
I hope the last thing we see of Ellsworth is Braun destroying him again.
Yes.
I hope it hasn't been his last.
And
Just for that.
He helped Carmella win the Money Bank briefcase twice. He nearly lost her briefcase too. Now after his latest loss to women's superstar, it seems that the Carmellsworth relationship has now run its course, which is probably a good thing. The recent treat Ellsworth as perpetual gimmick was not going to be received positively by fans. And Ellsworth hasn't had a whole lot to do besides coming and misplay back to the ring and featuring after a women's match. It's unfortunate Ellsworth is going to leave WWE. He could certainly get more training from the WWE Performance Center. WWE crew package shows an underdog, similar to X-Pac forming as a multi-free was. However, WWE would simply prefer to put their time, effort, and resources into other songs. It's interesting to see what happens next with regard to James Ellsworth and he gets to join future endeavors.
Honestly, Ellsworth had a better career than anyone ever expected.
Yes.
I mean, look at the guy.
He looks like
does he look like a WWE superstar?
Somewhat.
He's got no chin. He's got horrible tattoos.
Yeah.
He's got a skinny ass body.
So the last year he's actually massive.
Somehow, you have to be impressed with this guy. Somehow he was able to carny himself into a job.
Yes, good for him.
So, good on the guy. He overachieved.
Mhm.
And it doesn't seem like he's leaving on bad terms either. So
yeah.
Maybe down the road they can say hello again, and Ellsworth can come back and get beat up on Braun Strowman again.
Yeah, for him.
Yeah. Men's living the dream. A WWE fan became a WWE superstar.
Yeah. Arteta was the same as they leaving WWE.
I'm not going to say right now.
Since the news broke, the official sent home Kyle and Sami Zayn European tour, the Universe has been speculating about their status as a company. Some people would say that Owens and Zayn went off script intentionally. By the way, this news is from today, so we have some of these. Others have been claiming that the entire situation is really a misunderstanding. Self-subject. The important thing is not what happened earlier this week, is what will happen next. It's very important that the two men are unhappy with WWE after their mutual friend Jimmy Jacobs is fired, Neville walked out of the company, and some problems with their booking on television. A lot of things are curious that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn could still leaving WWE together. There are rumors about Kevin Owens being disgruntled on WWE's tour bus, and the way this entire situation was handled. After the incident on SmackDown Live, some fans are wondering if Owens and Zayn will return to television. There's no doubt that Owens and Zayn have some issues backstage right now, but it's being reported that any rumors about the leaving the company are being exaggerated. Water promised are behind the scenes WWE officials and the two WWE superstars. There is enough information to release that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are leaving the company. But the next week, WWE television is going to reveal a great deal about their future. So SmackDown Live with WWE stars come out. Before this entire situation came to light, it was being reported that WWE officials are playing a huge role for Owens and Zayn's Survivor Series. They may not be able to pay requirement to interfere in the men's final match versus elimination match. And close final the victory. Owens and Zayn also scheduled for a huge tag match on SmackDown Live against the New Day as well. How WWE officials booked Owens and Zayn on next week will reveal how serious the punch will be. On paper, the powers of the being may keep them off of SmackDown Live. It would be surprising things the Survivor Series on interfere. The WWE Universe has had to hold their breath as Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens collect the future WWE unless they don't appear on SmackDown or Survivor Series.
Yeah, they may be in the doghouse for a little bit, and they may be punished, but I don't think they're going to lose their WWE status unless they want to.
Yeah.
Do I think they want to? Probably not. Believe it or not, there were reasons why they both signed with WWE.
Yeah.
And I think they still have a lot more work they can do. They're still very popular. And maybe it's just a misunderstanding.
Oh yeah.
And I hope it really does work out. I'm a big fan of those two, and I want to see them go further in WWE.
And the last story today,
Of the week.
on the week, rather, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn set to return to SmackDown Live. Look at that.
Look at that.
A segue without a point of segue. Unbelievable.
Yep.
On Tuesday, I just reason we're how to release. And look at that. On Tuesday, this should be the final review of this story. If I haven't drilled this in your head enough. I know we all hate when WWE drill stuff in your head. And I've drilled this story in your head enough. But let's recap it just in case, if we can say it for us. I'm probably going to have the story together in one. On Tuesday, WWE sent home both Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. No, they did not. On Wednesday, they did. They said, no, it was Tuesday, because I forgot, it was at a different time. On Tuesday, they sent home both Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the WWE European Tour. The reason given the time was that Vince McMahon was posting Zayn and Owens for conduct being detrimental to WWE. I don't even know what the hell that means. The word is that I don't even remember WWE releasing that, but okay. The word is that the two men went old scribble on SmackDown Live following their match with New Day. While they were rumors that both men were unhappy with WWE PA Insider report on Friday.
Today.
That both men are now scheduled to return to action this next Tuesday when SmackDown Live arrives in Charlotte, North Carolina. The original reasons for the WWE contract, look, in bold letters, in bold print too.
You literally just showed them a light.
It's bright. Dave Meltzer reported that Owens and Zayn went to business on the room. So that's what I remember. One of their matches today, and the original premise I did was just beat down Owens and Zayn for the match, and that didn't happen. The New Day gets some original Owens and Zayn for the WWE matches. This was a 7th tiny match between two teams and SmackDown Live on Ray Shawn next week, which is still there. Now Owens still taking to beat down both Zayn and Owens slid the ring escape while New Day looked on somewhat confused. According to reports, Vince McMahon called the shots was sending both Owens and Zayn home after this event. The men left for Overland Tour and have yet to return to WWE. Part 2. Kevin and Sami Zayn reportedly unhappy. This punishment and the entire event that led to it comes at insurance time. According to reports, she had a number of sources indicate that both Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have been difficult to work with recently. And that both are very unhappy right now, WWE. The reports indicate that they aren't happy about WWE firing Jim Jacobs. as well as Devil walking out of due to his own dissatisfaction with WWE. Jacobs was a long-time friend of Owens and Zayn. The WWE fired him and took the photo with the Young Bucks in the parking lot. Money Night Raw event placed on social media. Kevin Owens and Jimmy Jacobs were part of the same faction, Scum, in Ring of Honor, before Owens signed to WWE. Where dissatisfaction with backstage politics led to Owens and on the script when I was unknown. And part 3 was next for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in the WWE. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn both returned to sign on this next week. Vince McMahon has seemed to get behind McMahon, so the sooner roles are safe now. McMahon actually took a bump for Owens, as was on the slots on the big man.
Yeah, and he was also allowed to have the Hell in a Cell match with Shane.
Yeah. As Zayn said that McMahon was hands-on creating his new heel persona.
The only other person to have that such an honor would actually be The Undertaker.
There's one thing that some fans are speculating. There's always chase the WWE sent Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn home as part of a storyline that day.
Then why wouldn't they announce it?
The two have threatened to cause problems to centralize our search. So this could all just be a WWE angle plan to real life problems with the hell knows. So we won't know until Tuesday.
That's true. Who knows? Maybe the screw job was worth the entire time.
I've been trying to play this for 20 years. Well, I've been used it for 10 or 11.
Yeah, it's 10.
Well, so
it's 10, almost 11.
Yeah, well, I've been used for 11 years, but wrestling-wise, 10 years.
Yes.
Yes. I've been trying to play it the whole time. It was the best work ever. The fact that Britt is so committed to blaming somebody is amazing.
Actually, no, we've known each other for 12 years.
12 years.
Coming up on 11 years with wrestling.
Yes. It was a beautiful 12 years. But should we tell them the story the day we first met? I think they want to hear that. Do you really care about wrestling on this podcast? Or
yes.
do you want to know about life story? If you do, check out a new podcast we should be starting soon, where we talk about our lives.
And doilies.
Yes.
We talk a lot about doilies.
And Arsa Crash.
And in all honesty, I'm not even sure he knows what a doily is. I'm not even sure what I know what a doily is, so.
And laundry. And chores. I think that people watch. But the question is, did Kevin Owens and Sami get sent home in a storyline?
That's the actual true story.
Yes. I don't think it's a storyline.
WWE would have
already announced it.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're leaving either. Because they would have been fired by now.
Yeah.
I just think it's a middle misunderstanding. Owens wanted time off with his kids. Sammy wanted time off with Owens' kids. And there you go. That's all there is. He is the godfather, I think, to Owen, Kevin's son.
Yeah.
So there you go. He hasn't seen him in like 20 years, so it all works out well for everybody. And Owens wanted time off with Karina, his wife. And honestly, who could blame? But that'll do it for the edition of this week's news.
Yep.
In the next video, we recap the shows.
That we do.
If I haven't told about SmackDown enough already, because SmackDown was 90% of these two videos. So see you in the next video.
See you in the flip side.
Alright, and I'll be back on my doily.